Hello students, in previous class we have learnt about the sum of tax-free incomes, namely agricultural income, share of income of members from HUF, share of income of partners from the firm, then leave travel concession, for fifth one salary of foreign citizen, sixth one foreign allowance and perquisites. So in today's class we will learn about the next tax-free income or exempt income. Tax-free income, that is death cum retirement gratuity. So as per section 10 subsection 10 of Income Tax Act 1961 defines about the gratuity. So gratuity is nothing but it is the amount paid by the employer to his employee who has worked in the institution for more than 5 years. So the gratuity is an amount paid by the employer to his employee. We can say as it is a gift or a present given by present given by employer to his employee who has worked in the institution for more than 5 years. So this gratuity is paid by employer to his employee at the time of retirement or on his leaving the job or death as a gratitude or a present or a gift, or it is like a saying thank you in a monetary terms for the valuable services rendered by the employee in the organization. So it is termed as a gift, present or a gratitude or a saying thank you in a monetary term. It is given by employer to his employee for the services, for the valuable services rendered by the employee in the organization. So this gratuity is usually given to employee who has worked in the institution for more than 5 years. And this gratuity is given at the time of retirement or on his leaving the job or death. Means this gratuity is given to employee usually at the time of retirement or on his leaving the job, or the gratuity is given to his family, that is on the death of a employee. On the death of the employee, the gratuity amount is given to his family member for the services rendered by him. This is a amount given to employee or his family for the as a present or a gift for services rendered by him during the period of his employment. So here employee who has worked in the institution for more than 5 years is eligible to receive a gratuity. So a person eligible to receive gratuity only if he has completed minimum 5 years of service in the organization, or he can be paid before completion of 5 years of service, that is on a death of employee, or if he becomes a disabled due to any accident or diseases, then the gratuity is given to employee before 5 years of service, or else it is given only after the completion of 5 years service in the organization. Gratuity is given to employees. So the gratuity received by a employee is is considered as a income of a employee. It is considered as per Gratuity Act, given a obligation, legal obligation for the payment of gratuity to employees. So this gratuity received by a employee is treated as an income of a employee, and it is taxable under the head salary income, under the head income from salary, under the head section 15 income from salary. It is taxable, but with a condition. So here the gratuity received is not totally taxable. Whatever the gratuity received is considered as an income of employee, but it is not fully taxable in the hands of employee. So as per section 10 subsection 10 says about there are some tax free income or a exempted income in the gratuity received. So if an employee receives a gratuity, then there are two cases: if he receives the gratuity in service, or if he receives the gratuity at the time of retirement, resignation or termination. There are two conditions. So when an employee receives a gratuity while in service, then that gratuity amount is fully taxable. Whatever the amount he receives as a gratuity is fully taxable. That is when he receives gratuity during his service, during the time of his employment If he receives gratuity at the time of retirement, resignation or termination of employment, then there are two cases: government employee and non-government employee. So if a gratuity received at the time of retirement, in case of government employee it is fully exempt. Gratuity received by a government employee is fully exempt. In case of non-government employee, the conditions will be applies. Now we'll see what is the condition applies in case of non-government employee. So in case of non-government employees, following rules will be applied. So the gratuity here, it is classified into two categories. The non-government employees are classified into two categories. They are: first one, employees covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Second one, employees not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. First one is covered under the act, second one is not covered under the act. Now we'll see what is this employees covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So as per this act, the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972 says that it applies to those employees. This act will be applies to those employees who are working in any of the establishment, factory, mine, oil fields, shop in which 10 or more employees are employed on any day of the preceding 12 months. So in any organization or in any establishment, factory, mine, oil field, shops where 10 employees or more employees are employed in the organization in any one of the in any a day of preceding 12 months, then that company has to give a gratuity to his employees. So the employee will be entitled to receive gratuity under the Payment of Act 1972, under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So if a company has a 10 or more employees in the organization in any day of the preceding 12 months, if after that, if the number of employees goes below 10, still the gratuity will be applicable. So the employee are entitled to receive gratuity under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So the whatever the gratuity received by employees is taxable, but there are exemption given under section 10 subsection 10. There are some exemption in case of gratuity received by employees covered by the Payment of Act. Now we'll see what is the exemption given to the employees in case of a gratuity covered under the act. In case of a employees covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act, see the formula. So this is a formula for computing the taxable gratuity in case of an employee covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act. So the total gratuity received minus exempt the under section 10 subsection 10, least of the following will be exempt. So there are 3 points. First one is actual gratuity received or last drawn salary into 15/26 into completed year of service or part thereof in excess of 6 months, or statutory limit given is 20 lakh. Whichever is less we have to take. So least of the following, as per section 10 subsection 10, it is exempt the least of following. So which is a lesser value here, so that we have to take. So the lesser value will be exempt under section 10 subsection 10. So from an actual total gratuity received, if you deduct the exemption, the balance is known as a taxable gratuity. So this part of gratuity is taxable as an income of a employee. Means in the GTA, in the total income calculation, in the GTA gross total income of an employee, under the section 15 income from salary, we have to take a gratuity is one of a salary income to the employee. So we have to take here gratuity, but the entire gratuity received is not taxable here. The entire gratuity received is not taxable, but there are exemption given to non-government employees who are covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act. So this is a calculation. Based on this calculation, you will get taxable gratuity. So that taxable portion of gratuity is taxable. We have to take under the head income from salary. Clear? So the next heads are just I wrote about here there are 5 heads of income in order to compute the total income of assessee. Income from salary, income from house property, business income, capital gain, income from other sources. So here gratuity comes under the income from salary. So these heads are we are going to learn in the next chapters as well as next semesters. So in this semester we are going to learn only about income from salary. Here we get various incomes under the head income from salary. In that first one we are going to learn is gratuity. So gratuity when the covered under the act, when the employees are covered under the payment of gratuity act, this is a calculation rule of a gratuity, taxable gratuity calculation. See the format once. So here first we have to take actual gratuity received. So actual gratuity received means the gratuity what the employee receives from a employer. So the total gratuity received we have to take here. Then less exempt under section 10 subsection 10 least of the following is exempt. So here there are 3 options. In that which is the least value are exempt under section 10 subsection 10. So here first one is actual gratuity received. This is the same what actual gratuity received. Or second one is a 15 days salary we have to take here. 15 days salary of based on last drawn salary. Based on last drawn salary, 15 days salary we have to take, and it is of each completed year's services. You have to take it is of each completed years of service. 15 days salary of 15 days salary based on last drawn salary of completed year of service. So this is calculated by applying this formula, last drawn salary into in a month, working day 26th. So we have to take 15 by 26. So we are taking only 15 days last drawn salary of a month, in a month, and till the completed year of service multiplied by completed year of service or part thereof in excess of 6 months. So it means part thereof means here completed year of service should include any part of the year in excess of 6 months. So here we are taking completed year of service. Completed year of service may be he may be served in the company for 30 years, 25 years, like that. In the question they will give completed year of service. So part thereof means he might be served in the retirement or a resignation or a termination of his employment, maybe retirement, he retires on maybe of 32 years service, 32 year and 8 month. There may be differs 32 year 4 month, like that. So there are different cases. 32 he might be served in the company for 32 years and 8 months or 32 years and 4 months. So here part thereof in excess of 6 months means in case of 32 year 8 months, if he served in the company 32 years 8 months, then we have to take as a 33 years of service. If he served in a company 32 years and 4 months means less than 6 months, then we have to take as a 32 years service. So that is here we have to take completed year of service or part thereof in excess of 6 months. So if the month is in excess of 6 months, it is 8 months, then we have to add part thereof, means that 6 months we have to add here. So 32 years 8 months means we have to take 33 years. If it is 32 years 4 months means less than 6 months. It is not excess of 6 months, less than 6 months. So we have to take 32 year itself. So that is about important here. Completed year of service means we have to add the excess of 6 months we have to add. So that is here. Second case, last drawn salary into 15 by 26 into completed year of service. Last drawn salary. Salary means basic plus DA we have to take. Basic plus DA. Basic salary and DA of last month prior to retirement, last month salary we have to take. That is basic plus DA. DA if they given in the question we have to take, or else only basic. So salary means basic plus DA. Here we have to take. When we multiply this last round salary into 15 by 26 into completed year of service, we'll get one value. Next, third condition is statutory limit. Means there is a maximum amount specified to give a exemption, that is 20 lakh. So which of the least of the following is exempt under section 10 subsection 10? So here the least we have to take as an exemption. So balance amount, how much is taxable gratuity, we have to take under the income from salary. Understood? So this is about the payment of format for the gratuity calculation in case of employees covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Now we'll see the simple illustration. Illustration number 1. So this is to understand the format of taxable gratuity under the Payment of Gratuity Act. See the question. After serving for 31 years 8 months, Abhay retired from Z Company Limited on 30th September. He retired. He received rupees 2,50,000 as gratuity. His salary for the last month was rupees 12,000. He is covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Compute taxable gratuity for the assessment year 2020-21. So we have to compute the taxable gratuity here. So here they have given the year of service, that is 31 years 8 months is his year of service. He served in the company, the Z Company Limited, for a 31 years and 8 months. So Abhay served in the company for 31 years and 8 months in a Z Company Limited, and he retires on 30th September. He retired. Abhay retired on 30th September. So he received 2,50,000 as gratuity. So this is the actual gratuity received at the time of his retirement is 2,50,000. His salary for the last month, his last drawn salary is rupees 12,000. Total salary given last month salary. It is a last month salary 12,000 they have directly given. We have to compute the gratuity under the payment of when he is covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Now we'll see the solution. Write the heading computation of taxable gratuity. So this is a problem question asked for the employee. He is covered under the Payment Act, covered under the Act. You can write covered under Act, or you can write completely covered under Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So 3 columns, particulars and 2 amount column. So firstly, as per format, we have to take actual gratuity received. So actual gratuity received, how much? He received rupees 2,50,000 as gratuity. So that we have to take rupees 2,50,000 is a gratuity actually he received. So this total gratuity is received is not taxable, not fully taxable in case of non-government employee. He is not a government employee. It is not taxable completely. So there is a condition, or there are some exception given under section 10 subsection 10 of Income Tax Act. Based on that exception, we have to deduct exempt portion, we have to deduct, the balance value is taxable. So now see how much value is exempt to this gratuity received. 2,50,000 is the total gratuity he received. Now we'll see, now we'll calculate exempt under section 10 subsection 10. Least of the following we have to take, least of the following. So actual gratuity received is 2,50,000. Actual gratuity received is 2,50,000. Second one is the second condition, last drawn salary into 15 by 26 into completed year of service. So what is the last drawn salary? Here in the question directly given his salary for the last month. Last month means nothing but last drawn salary. They have given 12,000 directly. So we have to take 15 days of last drawn salary. So 15 days into 26 days in a month, working day. So we have to take. So this is nothing but cross multiplication. So this 12,000 value is given for 26 days. Total working day 26 days. Then for 15 days, how much? We need to take 15 days salary, right? So 15 days, how much? So that is nothing but 12,000 into 15 by 26. So this is we are taking as a formula. Last drawn salary into 15 by 26. We need only 15 days salary to give exemption actually. So here in the question they will provide complete month salary. So for 26 days 12,000, then for 15 days how much we have to take? So that is 15 by 26. So 12,000 into 15 by 26 into his completed year of service. See here, 31 years and 8 months. It means based on the covered under act, here it says completed year service includes the part of excess of 6 months. So this 8 month means it is a excess of 6 months. It is more than 6 months. So we have to take 32 years here. 32 years. 12,000 into 15 by 26 into 32. The answer will come to 2,21,538. Next, the maximum limit or a statutory limit given under section 10 subsection 10 is 20 lakh. So it should not, the exemption should not exceed this 20 lakh amount. So here the whichever is least means we got this one 2,21,538 is a exemption. So this part of his gratuity received will be exempt. So means we have to deduct that part. Balance gratuity how much? 2,50,000 minus 2,21,538. 2,50,000 minus 2,21,538, that is 28,468 is a taxable gratuity. On this amount he has to pay income tax here. On this amount he has to pay tax on a income of a gratuity. He has to pay tax for this amount. Understood? Here least of the following is a least of the following, whichever is less is we have to take here exemption. The exemption should not exceed 20 lakhs. So that is a limit given to non-government employees in case of covered under act. 20 lakh the exemption, maximum exemption and a non-government employee can claim for the gratuity received is 20 lakh. Lesser the following. Understood? So this is about the illustration for the Payment of Gratuity Act. Next, second one is employees not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act. So employee covered under Payment of Gratuity Act means the employees are entitled to receive a gratuity if a company is having 10 or more employees. But in case of not covered under Payment of Act, there is no such a condition or restriction for the employer. There is no law or a restriction gives to employer for paying the gratuity. So any number of employees a company have, they can give a gratuity to the employees. So here employees not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So the calculation of gratuity will be, formula will be differs here. See here, actual gratuity received less exempt under section 10 subsection 10. Here we have to take least of the following. All are same here. Actual gratuity received we have to take. Second one is average salary into 1/2 into completed years of service. Third one is statutory limit, whichever is less or least of the following is a taxable gratuity here. So it is this calculation, employees not covered not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. The calculation will be same for all. Calculation will be same only for the second point, B, average salary into half 1/2 into completed year of services we have to take here. Here average salary means here we have to take half months average salary. Half months average salary we have to take half months average salary. Average salary into half means we are taking half month average salary of completed year of services. Half months average salary of completed year of services, that we can take under formula average salary into 1/2 into completed year of service. So the statutory limit given in under this case also 20 lakh. Now we'll see the conditions relating to this. So here in case of employee not covered under Payment of Act, salary means here average salary we have to take, right? So here salary means basic plus DA if considered for retirement benefit. If in the question if they give DA is considered for retirement benefit, then only we have to add DA. DA is nothing but dearness allowance. Okay, forgot to say dearness allowance. Allowance, it is a additional salary or a benefit given to employees, DA. dearness allowance. Commission is a extra commission given, that is paid as a percentage of turnover. So in the salary for this purpose, here average salary means we have to take basic plus DA if it is considered for retirement benefit, then or else we should not add DA. Commission if they paid as a percentage of turnover. So this is the salary means here. So average salary, here we have to take average salary means salary for 10 months immediately preceding the month of retirement. So in the question they will give the month of retirement, immediately preceding the month of retirement we have to take the average salary, that is 10 months salary we have to take. So average salary per month means we have to take total salary for 10 months. So immediately preceding the month of retirement, we have to go back 10 months. And what is the 10 month salary? Total salary of 10 months we have to take, in that average we have to take. So average salary of 10 months, here we have to take average salary into half into completed year of services. Then statutory limit is same, so whichever is less we have to take. So the balance is taxable gratuity here. Now we'll see the here in the not covered under act, completed year of service should not include any part of the year. Completed year of service should not include any part of year. So in the previous example I told 32 years 8 months, 32 years 4 months. Here completed year of service does not include the part, means it should not include this part. We have to take, if they give 32 years 8 months, we have to take 32 years. If they give 32 years 4 months, we have to take 32 years. We should not include the part of exceeding 6 months. Clear? So here completed year of service should not include any part of the year. Completed year of service means exactly what they give, that is a completed year of service. We should not add if the month is exceeding 6 months as a 33, should not include. So that is about the conditions or rules in case of a gratuity, taxable gratuity in case of employees not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Now we'll see one of the illustration. See the illustration. Illustration number 2. Ajay served in S Limited for 20 years, 10 months. He served in a S Limited company name for 20 years, 10 months and retired on 31st Jan. He received rupees 3,45,000 as gratuity. His salary for last 10 months amounted to rupees 2,41,500. Compute the taxable gratuity when he is not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So we have to apply the condition of not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act here. And here he served, he is not a government employee, he is non-government employee. Here they have not given as is a government employee. So Ajay served in S Limited, is a non-government. So he served for 20 years and 10 months. So here we have to take the completed year of service as a 28 years, not a 29 years. In case of an employee covered under Act, we have to take 29. But in case of an employee not covered under Act, we have to take 28, not a 29. And he retired on 31st Jan. So this is we need when they don't give 10 months salary. So he is retired on 31st Jan. Then he received 3,45,000 as gratuity. So this is the actual gratuity what he received. His salary for last 10 months amounted to rupees 2,41,500. So here in this question, this is a simple question. They have directly given the salary for last 10 months. So for you in next questions, they won't give last 10 months salary. We have to calculate based on his retirement date. So this is required for calculating salary. In this question, they have directly given salary for last 10 months is 2,41,500. Next, here, as per the condition, actual gratuity received we know, average salary we don't know. We don't know the average salary, but they have given his salary for last 10 months. His salary for last 10 months means it is a total salary for 10 months is given. Last salary for 10 months. So we have to take average salary. So how to calculate? Total salary divided by 10 is equal to average salary. So average salary into 1/2 into completed year of service we have to calculate here. Understood? Understood? So this is the difference here. So now we'll solve the calculation taxable gratuity, computation of taxable gratuity if he is not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So particulars and to amount column. First one is actual gratuity received. So what is the actual gratuity received? He received 3,45,000 as a gratuity. So actual gratuity received is 3,45,000. Next, less exempt under section 10 subsection 10 list of the following. So under that, first one is actual gratuity received. Actual gratuity received will be same 3,45,000. Second one, as based on condition, half month salary we have to take. Half month average salary. So average salary into half into completed year of service. Average salary into half into completed year of service. So average salary in this question they have given for 10 months salary. Isn't it? 10 months salary. So here we have to compute. So average salary they have not given directly, they have given 10 months salary. So here we have to compute. Note computation of average salary. Average salary equal to salary for 10 month divided by 10. So here salary for 10 months how much? His salary for 10 months, last 10 months is 2,41,500 divided by 10 is equal to 24,150 is his average salary. So average salary 24,150 into half into completed year of service. So what is the completed here? He served for 28 years 10 months. So we have to take 28 years here. So into 28 is equal to, when you calculate 24,150 into 1 by 2 into 28 will get 3,38,100, and the statutory limit maximum limit how much? 20 lakh. So whichever is less, 3,38,100. So this is a lesser value here compared to these three. So 3,38,100 we have to take. So when we deduct 3,45,000 minus exemption 3,31,800 will get taxable gratuity is 6,900. Actually the employee, the name is Ajay, he has received 3,45,000 as gratuity, but there is a exemption given to him. So that is up to 3,38,100 he can deduct from his total gratuity. So only on the 6,900 amount he can pay a tax on this gratuity received. Understood? So this is an exemption or a benefit for this income. For to the extent of this income, he need not pay tax. So that this is a benefit given to the employees if he receives a gratuity. 3,38,100 is a exemption or a tax-free income. On this income, no need to pay tax. On the balance income, 6,900 income, he has to pay a tax. Understood?